This is really interesting, actually. It says here, so like the storing of information. So compressing happens within computers today, blah blah blah. But there is a new emerging of technologies based on quantum information. In the quantum computers scientists are aiming to build now, instead of merely being a 1 or a 0, each bit or qubit for quantum bit would be like the I can never pronounce this guy's name. Schrodinger's, I can't pronounce his name. Cat, where the famous feline is known for being alive and dead at the same time. A qubit could be one at 0 at the same time. It's been shown that such qubits could be amazingly powerful for all sorts of tasks, from transmitting ultra-secure codes to breaking the codes we previously considered secure, and from simulating the quantum mechanics of previously mystified complex systems to speeding up the search for items in an unsorted database. But first we must learn to harness and store quantum information. In particular, the development of this is really interesting, quantum memories has only just begun and proves remarkably difficult, hard enough to keep a cat alive in a sealed box. But imagine the task of keeping it alive and dead at the same time without anyone on the outside being able to get a whiff of which is the case. What's interesting to me is that they apply they apply this to memories, which kind of puts me in mind of the Mandela effect. Now, I personally think there's something to the Mandela effect, regardless of what it is. I think there's something much well, how do we know that this whole overlay of reality or this whole false reality isn't run by a quantum computer? I mean, something way beyond that, possibly. I mean, who knows? I mean, it doesn't have to stop at a quantum computer, does it? But a computer that we, can't begin to comprehend. So I found that really interesting. Here, I'll read it out again. So we know to build, instead of merely being 1 or a 0, each bit or qubit for a quantum bit would be like that guy's cat. So it would be in two places at the same time. So it could be 1 and a 0 at the same time. So it could be two things at the same time, or in two places at the same time. Right? And it could switch from the two. I mean, how would you know? So then it goes on to say, but first we must learn to harness and store quantum information, in particular the development of quantum memories. That's more than one memory, and which one is determined, who knows? So I find that really interesting, to say the least. Okay, thank you for listening.